So today's video is going to be another perfumes that didn't work out for me. I know that I just recently did one of these, but there's about 10 more that I think I'm going to part ways with. I've just had a few new ones come into my collection recently that I just simply like better, and there's a few here that I've kind of been on the fence about for a while that you guys have known about, and I've just finally decided to part ways with them. So if you're interested in knowing what those ones are, then stay tuned. Also, if you're enjoying my content, please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and let's get right into today's video. The perfumes that are out on my trays are ones I'm obviously going to be keeping. The reason they're out on my trays is because I absolutely love them, and they're the ones that I wear the most frequently, so those ones will be going nowhere. I also have a whole bin of perfumes under my bed that I'm going to be keeping as well. I love all the perfumes in here, I just don't have room for them all to be displayed out, and I don't want them to look cluttered. So these ones I'm going to be keeping, but I do have a bin over here that has about 10 to 15 perfumes that I am going to be decluttering. And this seems like a really good time for me to go through and declutter because I'm going to be moving in a few weeks, and it just seems appropriate to get rid of things I'm not going to be using. So we're going to go through this bin in no particular order, and I'm just going to show you the perfumes I'm going to be decluttering. So before we begin, you guys, I do want to give a shout out to FragranceNet. They actually sent me this perfume to review for you guys, as well as a coupon code, a discount code. So definitely check out the description box below if you're interested in saving 30% on FragranceNet. You guys know that I get the majority of my fragrances from FragranceNet. Their stuff is 100% legit, you guys. I've never had a problem with FragranceNet. I would say that probably 50% of the perfumes that I have currently have come from FragranceNet, but the majority of the fragrances that I have did come from FragranceNet, and yeah, they're incredible. They have a really good selection. The prices are really good. The shipping time isn't bad. Even during COVID, the shipping time has not been bad. I just want to say a quick disclaimer that although the Dolce & Gabbana Femme hasn't worked out for myself with my skin chemistry, I'm still very grateful to FragranceNet for gifting me this fragrance to review for you guys, and I just want to be totally honest. All of the fragrances I've ever purchased from FragranceNet have been 100% legit, excellent prices, excellent selection. This has just been one of the perfumes that sadly did not work out for my skin chemistry. So definitely check out the description box if you're interested in a coupon code to get 30% off. This particular perfume, I am not really thrilled with the performance of it, and so I will be decluttering it. So this is Dolce & Gabbana Femme. I have had the Dolce & Gabbana Femme Intense, and neither of them I found to have good performance. Honestly, both of them I feel like I have to really overspray. Even then, I still can't smell it on myself very well. I really just don't feel like they have very good longevity and very good sillage. So Dolce & Gabbana Femme is a really nice kind of a marshmallowy fragrance. I think there's some fruity notes in there as well. It's primarily just kind of a nice classy smelling evening marshmallowy sweet gourmand fragrance. Really, really nice, but for me the performance is not there. So unfortunately, I will be decluttering Dolce & Gabbana Femme. The second one that I'm going to be decluttering is this niche one, and I don't know, I'm probably going to butcher the name, but it's L'Herbario Lodi Iris. Yeah, I probably totally butchered that, but this one I actually traded with a subscriber for a few travel size fragrances that she really wanted, and the notes made this one look really good, so I was really interested to smell this one. And this is basically just a really powdery, kind of a vanilla fragrance. There's not a whole lot of vanilla in it though. It essentially, like the name implies, is just a lot of iris, which if you don't know, is a very powdery smelling flower. So iris is what they put in perfumes when they want to add a little bit of a powderiness, but without actually adding like powdery notes, I guess. So for instance, Prada Candy has powdery notes, whereas La Vie Belle has iris. So they will often put iris and powdery notes together in a perfume to make it really, really powdery. This is actually very nice. It does definitely have baby powder vibes though. It's almost too powdery for me, which is weird because I absolutely love powdery fragrances, but this takes it like a step too far. Like, I think I might like this when I'm 55 plus, like maybe when I'm like in my 60s, I honestly think I would like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's kind of relaxing and comforting. It reminds me of something that my grandmother might have worn. It's a very kind of a comforting, powdery scent, but I really don't think I'm ever going to wear it, even though it's so gorgeous. So this one, unfortunately, I am going to have to part ways with. If you're looking for a very powdery, like super over the top powdery fragrance, this is your one. The next one I've decided to part ways with, and I can't believe I'm doing this, and you guys probably can't believe I'm doing this either. This is Oscar de la Renta Bella Rosa. This was one of the very first perfumes that I purchased way back in the beginning of quarantine when everything was closed and you couldn't smell anything. This was a blind buy, and it turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I fell in love with it when I first got it. I initially wanted it because the bottle was so pretty, and I had seen a lot of people talk about the Bella Rosa, Bella Blanca, and Bella Essence, and I just really wanted one of the bottles for myself. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's kind of a creamy sandalwood rose fragrance. It's very sweet. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've honestly never smelled a rose fragrance quite like it. The problem, as you guys know, I've talked about many times, is the performance. I have a very hard time wearing perfumes that don't perform. I want to be able to tell that I'm wearing something. I want to be able to smell it on my clothing later on. I want other people to be able to smell it on me. And honestly, you guys, I just don't think the performance is there for this one. It almost smells a little bit watered down to me. Like, it just doesn't smell like there's a super high concentration of perfume oils, and it really bothers me. And I have other perfumes in my collection, like daytime perfumes, that perform so much better, even floral perfumes that just perform so much better. So this just seems like an appropriate time to get rid of it. I've kind of worn this one a lot when I first got it. It's kind of just seen its day. Like, it's had its good day with me, and this is still probably about 90% full. And yeah, I just think that I would like to rehome it and give it to somebody who can get some better use out of it. It's not really doing me any good sitting in a box. So absolutely gorgeous. I might regret this one day, but I am decluttering Bella Rosa. And the next one I'm decluttering is Angel Muse from Mugler. This is the original Angel Muse eau de parfum. This one, you guys, is a very heavy kind of a hazelnut patchouli fragrance. Actually, I always call it a hazelnut and patchouli balm because it is so heavy on the patchouli and also very heavy on the hazelnut. This perfume honestly is like a heavy hitter. This one fills a room. If you spray yourself with one or two of this and you walk into a room, everybody will be able to smell you. It performs extraordinarily well. Unfortunately, I just don't love the way the patchouli, I don't know, the patchouli in here is just very, very heavy. It's almost a little bit too much for me, which is strange for me to say because I love patchouli. You guys know that patchouli is one of my favorite notes. I just have other perfumes that I think I will rather wear than this one. I was saving this one for winter, but you guys, I have so many winter perfumes. I have so many like nighttime sweet, chocolatey kind of perfumes, and I just don't think that this one is one of my favorites. Like, if I could have smelt this one before I bought it, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. This one was a blind purchase. I actually think I got this one from FragranceNet as well. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is a full bottle, you guys. I have never worn it. I think this is a 50 ml or is it a 30 ml? Well, I'm not sure. I think this is a 50 ml. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna wear this, so I'm gonna rehome it. This is Angel Muse from Mugler. The next one that I finally decided to part ways with is Armani Sì. You guys know that this one has been kind of on my possibly declutter list for quite a long time. I don't honestly know what was going through my head. I smelt this one in person, really liked it when I smelt it in person, and I keep coming back to it, and I want to like it, but I just don't. There's something about it that just doesn't work for me. It has kind of this woody vibe, almost like a woody, kind of a resinous green vibe about it, and I just don't care for it. There's something about it that I just really don't like. I didn't like the Armani Sì Passion. I did not like Passion Intense. I didn't like the Sì Intense. Yeah, none of the Sì flankers have really worked for me very much, except for one, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, this one is just not going to do me any justice sitting in a box and not being worn. So Armani Sì, we are parting ways with. Which brings me to my next one. This is Armani Sì Fiori. This is a flanker of Sì, and I actually really, really like this one, you guys. This is a beautiful kind of a black currant vanilla fragrance. It still has a little bit of that Armani Sì DNA, but it's primarily a very sweet kind of a vanilla berry fragrance. And this is actually beautiful. I've worn it before. I've liked it. It's just one that I just don't reach for very often, and it makes me a little bit sad because the bottle is so pretty and the scent itself is also so pretty. I've told you guys before, this would make a beautiful wedding scent, either as a bride or as somebody just going to a wedding. It's kind of like a classy, upper class, sweet vanilla fragrance. Beautiful, timeless, easy go-to, easy everyday wear. It's just not one that I wear very often at all. And again, it just kind of sits in a box or sits on my dresser and doesn't get worn. The next one that I'm parting ways with is YSL Black Opium. This is the original EDP. I love this fragrance, you guys. This is so beautiful and so sweet. It's very sexy. Yeah, it's a very sweet coffee gourmand fragrance. I think everybody knows what this smells like. You guys, I absolutely love this, but the reason I'm decluttering it is because I recently purchased a evening fragrance that just honestly blows so many of them out of the water. It is my new favorite evening fragrance. It's incredible. Really, if I'm gonna wear a sweet, kind of a gourmand evening fragrance, that one just hands down incredible. Like, to me, it beats this one like 5 times over. This is still a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. The other thing about this one to me is, for some reason, it does give me very young vibes. It gives me very young kind of like clubbing vibes. And yeah, I just honestly don't think I'm gonna wear it. It's absolutely gorgeous though, you guys, but I would really rather just sell this one or give this one away to somebody who will get better use out of it. So this is YSL Black Opium. Gorgeous, but I just have one that I like a lot better. This one is going to come as a surprise as well. This is a Zara Wanted Girl. The reason I'm decluttering this one, you guys, is again because I have other daytime fragrances that I like better. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a sweet, kind of a ginger, slightly spicy, like a fresh spicy fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful. Really, really like it. Very sexy. I think men like this a lot as well. I know my boyfriend really likes this one. I had only gotten a 30 ml bottle of it, and when I first did, I think I told you guys I was regretting not buying a larger bottle. This is just like a really beautiful, any time of day or night, any time of year, really sweet, spicy, sexy fragrance. But I do have other ones in my daytime arsenal that I wear a lot more than this one for whatever reason. I don't know why it is, but for some reason I just don't wear this as much as I thought that I would. And again, I just don't want it sitting here going bad. I would rather it go to a home where somebody can use it. The next one, you guys, and I can't believe I'm doing this, but this is Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. I love Jimmy Choo. This is a pear, toffee, and patchouli fragrance. This is hugely popular. I think I originally purchased this because well, I had smelt it before a long time ago, and I remember liking it, but I just didn't buy it at the time because I hadn't really started my perfume journey. I then saw a few video reviews, YouTube reviews, and a lot of people were talking about this, especially I remember Kathleen Lights. This is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, like I said, very sweet, very toffee, very patchouli. Again, I really, really like patchouli, but for some reason, you guys, every time I smell this lately, it just has this weird effect on me. It just does something to me mentally. Like I don't know what it is. It's kind of switched for me. It's gone from being one of my favorite perfumes to all of a sudden I'm just not vibing with it. I just don't like it very much anymore, and I'm not sure why. It smells even better, you guys. This smells incredible in cold weather. It smells really, really good in the winter. It's a very classy perfume. It performs very well. Lasts for a really long time because of that patchouli. It kind of never goes away. It has such incredible performance, and it's really, really beautiful. But again, I just don't think I'm going to wear it. So I may as well rehome it to somebody who can use it. I just have other perfumes in my evening arsenal that I like better than this one. So we are parting ways with Jimmy Choo, as sad as I am, you guys, as sad as I am. I might regret this one day, but I have a lot of perfumes, you guys, and it just doesn't do me any good to have them sitting around and not getting worn. So, and finally, the last one that I'm going to find a new home for somebody who can actually wear this and doesn't give them a headache is Shoutout Oud from Swiss Arabian. I have talked about this one so much. I have boasted about this in so many videos. You guys, this is an incredible, incredible fragrance. This is praline, it's rose, very Middle Eastern smelling. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a very popular dupe for Lancome's Oud Bouquet. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I think this one kind of goes in and out of availability. Like, I think it's kind of difficult to get your hands on this one sometimes. This bottle is brand new. It's full. I believe this is 100 mils. Oh, this is 75 mils. So this is a brand new, pretty much full bottle, 75 mils. I think I paid like, I don't know, $70 or something like that. It's very affordable. The problem with this perfume, you guys, is that it honestly it gives me a headache. I cannot wear it. I've tried to wear it twice. Sometimes I come back to it and I smell it and I just think it's so beautiful. And it's such an incredible scent. but I tried wearing it again on my skin the other day, and I just can't do it, you guys. It's too strong. It gives me a little bit of a headache. Every time I catch a whiff of it, and you guys, this is like beast mode. This is incredibly strong. It stays on your clothing forever. And yeah, it's just incredible. It's a really incredible fragrance, but every time I get that whiff of it on myself, I don't know, it just bothers me. It gives me a little bit of a headache. It's just too much for me. I don't know if it's the oud that I can't deal with, but it's a very deep, strong beast mode fragrance. So as much as I want to have it in my collection, because I do talk about it a lot, I do talk about it in a lot of videos. When people ask me about oud fragrances, or they ask me about Lancome Oud Bouquet, I have brought this up so many times. It's a good perfume to have in your collection if you are a perfume reviewer. But as you guys know, I don't keep fragrances around that I don't wear. I don't want to keep them for the sake of having them, because if that's the case, then I would just have hundreds of bottles and they would all go bad. And to me, that makes no sense. I would rather have a lot of perfumes in my collection that I actually do wear. As sad as I am, I will be parting ways with the infamous, incredible Shoggoth Oud. And that is the last one on my list today. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on some of the fragrances I've decluttered, if any of them have surprised you, or if you share similar thoughts about any of them. And do head over and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I do share a lot of things on there that I don't on YouTube, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.